What is up, everyone? I am Bishop Baller, and you are watching the 6th episode in the Road to 802 series. Today, we're diving into the only unofficial tier I'm going to be doing on this series. Most likely, I don't see anything happening that would make me do something else. Anyway, we're going to be diving into ZU to play around with Ursaring. And just like every time I do a new tier that I haven't done yet on this series before, I have had a discussion with one of the more experienced players with the tier than I am myself. So I'm going to throw you over to the discussion I have had with 5gen. And I'm going to see you guys there. And here we are. So for this ZU discussion this time around, I have with me one of ZU's the very own tier leaders, 5gen. Introduce yourself.
Hello, name is 5gen. I've been tier leader since like last summer, and yeah, we've just been rolling around in beta right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it.
Yeah. ZU is of course still in beta, so the tier is relatively unstable, though I must say it's a really good meta compared to the rest of SM. Anyway, so basically, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's really stable compared to other metas because of the power creep this gen.
Yeah. So basically, we're just going to start by going over some of the first 3 bans that we did, which were the 3 quick bans at the start of beta. Yeah. First of which was Exeggutor. Go ahead, say something about Exeggutor.
Okay, so me and co-leader Chinese Poo, that's his name right now. Well, first off, we decided to just ban the most blatantly broken things in the metagame. And to us, Exeggutor was completely broken. Like on Sun, it's mostly like a brainless playstyle in itself, but Exeggutor took it to the next level. It had basically no counters. Well, it had some counters, but it has a lot of counterplay to its counters with like growth sets and sleep powder. And then its typing allowed it to check a lot of the meta and just had very hard to resist its stabs, and yeah.
So were its harvest sets relevant at all?
Honestly, that was the second. That was like the backup sets to its brokenness, because I remember in ORSPU, it was banned off its harvest set, so it was definitely a threat. But honestly, the chlorophyll offensive sets with growth kind of like overshadowed the next broken set, you know?
Right. So okay. So other than Exeggutor, there were 2 more bans. First of which was Gorebyss, which you can go ahead and talk about if you want. Otherwise, I'll take this.
Yeah, if you want to say something about Gorebyss, you can.
Alright, so I must say I didn't play a lot of ZU Alpha. Mainly focused on ZU Beta, but the Gorebyss was absolutely disgusting. That thing's Shell Smash set just runs over teams and whenever it felt like, and had basically nothing you could do about it. And especially in Rain, kind of dumb. I had practically no defensive counterplay, and even offensively, it was so fast. It was really, really hard to revenge kill.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I remember, I played Chinese Poo in this one game, and then he busts out like Z Hydro Pump in the Rain, and I think I had to bait out the Lumineon, so I bring that out, and basically at +2 after Assault Smash on the Rain, there's really nothing that can counter it. Even like Roselia, I think it had a chance to get O-code from full after a Shell Smash in the Rain with Z Hydro Pump, which is just insane.
That is so stupid. Sorry for a cut there, guys. We just finished up in Gorebyss. We were gonna go to the other Shell Smash user that was ridiculous when abusing Z moves, Turtonator. You can take that one. I don't know much about that Pokemon, to be honest.
Honestly, I didn't really feel it was broken at first, but then it was used on Aurora Veil, and I was just, as we all know, Aurora Veil was a broken move. So potentially we can retest it later on, but to bring it into perspective, why we banned it in the first place, so it had an amazing stab combo, pretty much unresisted, along with Z moves, and it had monstrous special attack, and even had the bulk disrupt on many things. Under Aurora Veil, it was just way too much for the tier to handle.
Yeah.
And it was very hard to revenge kill, even after a Shell Smash with those lower defenses.
Yeah, the combination of those defenses and that typing with Aurora Veil was not fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those were the three quick bans that were done at the start of the generation, or at the start of beta. And then for the next slate, I was on the console and we did I believe 7 Pokemon.
Yeah,
And
7.
out of those 7, 3 ended up getting banned. One of them was Crabominable, which I was.
Yeah, you have plenty of experience with that one.
Crabominable, I personally put that on the slate because, or at least, I advocated for it ban really, really heavily because I had been using Trick Room teams basically since the very start of SM Alpha, and it's really, or SM Beta, because I hadn't really been playing a lot in Alpha, but I had been using a Trick Room team for the entire time, and that shit was so broken. Crabominable already has an amazing offensive typing and really good attack, but that speed is really hurting it. But when you put it in Trick Room, it has nothing. There's nothing that stops it. It basically just kills something every turn. And when you have setters like Carbink with Mental Herb and Sturdy, and Dusknoir with Z Memento, which we will see more of during the rest of the video, it was nearly impossible to stop.
And especially this gen with all the power creep, we had a lot of power on the Trick Room. And Crabominable, well, as you said, had unresisted stab combo. Really the only counters are like Slowpoke, which is not really viable. So against many teams, it could just decimate them, like no problem.
Yeah, I can't tell you how often it happened where I was like, okay, it's team preview. Crabominable will get to kill every turn. Cool. So I do that twice and then I've won.
And then the main things were 50-50s. Even if you had like an ice resist or a fighting resist, you had to constantly play the 50-50 game. And against Trick Room, like the Trick Room user, he can play 50-50s all day because he could just set it up again. But every time you're risking an ice type attack onto, like, say, Minion to like tank it, and then what do you have now? It's like, and even resisted hits were taking a ton of damage. So eventually your team was gone.
Yeah, like even Luminion, which is one of the bulkiest waters in the tier, would still take like 40% from an Ice Hammer.
Yeah, 40-50%.
That was not healthy for this tier. We get that Iron Fist ability just boosted that Ice Hammer to insane powers. And the fact that Swanna was rose up in the shift right before beta basically meant that Crabominable had a slot left over where it didn't need to use Stone Edge anymore. So it could just run Power Up Punch, and when it got a Power Punch up, even resisted hits were just gonna go. Even resists were just gonna go down.
Yeah, and Power Up Punch too. That was like, it didn't even need coverage, so that just added on. You get a +1 for a safe prediction, and then the next turn you have no switchings.
Yeah. So anyway, that shit was banned swiftly. And then Carracosta was another one that was banned on that slate, which I don't have as much experience with, so I'll leave this one to you.
Yeah, at first I didn't think it was really that broken because we had, well, let's take it back to Alpha, right? So we had Jinx, we had like good Scarfers that can take an Aqua Jet like Leafeon and Poliwrath too. And then after Alpha, those things rose, so everyone knew that Carracosta was going to become a huge threat. And then, so basically now in beta, back when we were testing it, I honestly didn't think it was broken at first because I had a lot of trouble finding right setup opportunities and finding the teams because it had kind of a restricted moveset. Like you want to run like say special, but then you get walled by one, and you want to run Z, but you have to beat a Gorebyss, for example. So then let's say Rocky MZ, if you go full physical, then you're gonna have a hard time versus those physical walls like Gorebyss or Tango. And then mixed obviously had like the Minion to take care of that were like solid checks to it. So that, and at first I was like, well, this thing is not really that broken. I'm having a hard time sweeping teams. I'm having a hard time setting up. But then I used it on dual screens, and man, honestly, when I was testing it, you just get a light screen up. If you get like 1 or 2 shot smashes up, and you're just sweeping teams. Like, it doesn't even matter anymore if they have a resist or not. When you're at +4, I mean, after 2 self smashes, then it doesn't really matter what you have. You're just gonna die. Like I remember one game I was facing. It was like there were 5 mons. It was like kind of offense, and then Aqua Jet just swept. Like Aqua Jet Stone Edge swept like 5 easy. And even under screens, you're not gonna get revenge for it, especially with Solid Rock, because you had Solid Rock plus late screen to take on those super effective attacks it wasn't really taking much damage. You could just shrug it off, and it was hard to bench. It was really hard to bench, especially with that defense. The only priority really was like Mach Punch from Monferno, and even then, Monferno is not really that common. So then everyone was like, well, Shell Smash, lack of checks, very strong, very bulky, so we just decided to ban it.
Yeah, that's basically it. The last thing we banned in that slate kind of slipped my mind.
That's Victreebel.
Oh, right.
Victreebel.
Right, Victreebel. That thing was fun. Well, I mean, as I said, I was running Trick Room, so I personally didn't have that much trouble with it, but I have seen replays and I've seen it do what it wants to do, and I've used Sun a couple times myself. That shit, when it gets a growth up, and Poison EMC just gets a kill and in the Sun, and it does that 8 turns in a row because
Yeah, it does.
for another cut. But basically, Sun was incredibly broken, just way too much, and in my opinion, Rain was too. But the rest of the council disagreed, so we didn't do anything yet. Yeah, Sun was too strong, and Victreebel was the major abuser, and it had to go. It was too much for the tier.
Yeah, especially like you said under Sun, and it even had more diverse sets. Like something I don't think anyone ran was Swords Dance, which could function outside of Sun and what would be potentially broken because of the lack of good checks to it. Because it would have priority, it would have, double edge, those dual stabs, anything at its disposal that I want to use.
Does it get priority?
Yeah, it gets Sucker Punch.
Oh yeah, right. That's true.
And the thing is, what people could have done was simply run Timid, so that even under Sun it would outspeed many Scarfers.
Yeah, that thing on Sun just kind of broke that playstyle completely.
And it was really mindless.
Yeah, pretty much no thought. Just like Trick Room, to be honest.
Yeah, but Trick Room at least, yeah, you have to predict.
Yeah, at least Trick Room has 3 turns of abusing it basically, and Sun gets 6.
And I remember someone suggested trying to ban Heat Rock, but why save a broken component just for the sake of keeping a Pokemon? It really didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think that was me actually who talked about banning Heat Rock, but I only did it because I know that was done last gen, I think.
Yeah, it was. Even then, I think it was a mistake because there was only one Pokemon. It was Simisear that was broken under Sun.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't tier leader back then. I just found out what I played when I came in.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I figured maybe, but banning Victreebel was just important. That thing had to go. That wasn't fun to face anymore. Even for a Trick Room team. If Trick Room went away, I'd lost because Sun would last way longer.
Yeah, that's broken versus broken.
Yeah.
Really unhealthy.
That was kind of stupid. So now those are the only things that have been banned so far, though this video might go up after the next council slate finishes. So
I think around Sunday.
Yeah, I don't exactly know when I'm going to edit and upload this video. It could be tomorrow before it goes up, or it could be Monday. So
we might as well talk about the current slate if you'd like.
Yeah, that's probably best. I'll get the slate in front of me as well, just real quick. There it is. Okay, so yeah, we can start off by talking about Ludicolo, which was something I voted ban on in the last slate.
Yeah.
Because
last slate, I think it was just overshadowed by Sun.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, I voted ban on Ludicolo because I figured we're doing the Cocoloco method, which is basically ban everything that might be broken. And following that logic, I felt Ludicolo isn't broken, but I'm not sure, and it could very well potentially be broken. So I wanted this removed from the tier for now.
Yeah, and personally, I didn't feel like it was on the same level of brokenness as the other slates. I decided to vote no ban that time.
Yeah.
But this time around, I'm feeling like it is broken. Not so much broken, but on Rain, it just invalidates a lot of water resist, takes care of a lot. It just makes Rain a much harder playstyle than it needs to be, so it just makes sense to ban it this time around.
Yeah, Rain is the problem of Ludicolo. I want to go a bit more in depth on it. Ludicolo on Rain is basically Rain struggles to break through bulky waters like Luminion and potentially something like Bulky Lapras or something like that, right?
Or Polytoad.
Or Politoad. But Ludicolo just says, no, I know we don't, and he clicks Giga Drain and something dies.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's in some ways like Crabominable in that it just forces a lot of 50-50s. And that's unhealthy because the Rain player can keep making those 50-50s and the opponent can't.
Yeah, especially if it has Rain Dance, it can just reset and just plow through again.
Yeah. And it's not like its
Yeah.
defensive typing is bad either. Like, Grass Water is a
and
solid defensive typing.
it's not reeked to much priority either.
Nope. Resisting Aqua-Jet, quad resisting Aqua-Jet even.
Yeah. Then another thing is how it pairs well with like Beartic and other rain sweepers, which just breaks through for them to eventually sweep.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing, Rain is too strong, and Ludicolo is basically the reason why it is too strong. So next one we have on here is Manectric, which, why? Why exactly? Anyway, so next is Manectric. Sorry for another cut, I really don't like. So Manectric, I must say I don't really know why this is on the slate. I haven't had any trouble with it whatsoever. It basically forces teams to run a ground type, but running a ground type isn't hard right now.
Well, yeah, I'll explain that after you finish.
Yeah, so like basically if you run a ground type, Manectric is either usually Fire Beam Z or Specs, and Specs especially I feel is no problem because all of its moves have plenty of risk. Yes, it's for 50-50s, but it's really easily abusable once it's locked into something. So I don't know about that. And Fire Beam Z is more threatening, but that has some lack of power on its stab moves and overheat after it uses Fire Beam Z. It's not quite strong enough without the Specs boost. So I don't know about this Pokemon, to be honest.
Yeah, well, like you said, it forces a lot of 50-50s. The thing is with me, when I'm facing or just team building, Manectric, unlike let's say Zebstrika, which has basically the four same move slots, it has like much better power, and it has choice packs at its disposal. So basically, when let's say you want to use a ground like Mudsdale or Palossand or Stunfisk, choice packs with like hidden power ice or hidden power grass is an easy 2-hit KO or 3-hit KO in most cases. So then all you have to do is really predict a few times in the match, or just once or twice, and you get enough chip to like start breaking those grounds down. So then you can just spam Thunderbolts.
Right. But basically what happened in my games at least, because my ground type was Marowak, which you will see in the team builder. Basically what happens is I switch in Marowak and it clicks HPIs, which 2-hit KOs Marowak. Sure, that's devastating, right? But then it's locked into HPIs, and I can simply go into my Wishy-Washy or my Ursaring, which easily takes the hit, and I get a free kill, because those Pokemon are ridiculous.
It's a very prediction-heavy Pokemon, inherently.
Yeah, but because it's often choice locked, I feel it was easily abusable. Anyway, like it's not bad. Not saying Manectric is bad. It's an excellent Pokemon. I don't think it's broken. No.
It was just one of those things that we just want to look more into, because especially it with Passimian, it forms a mean Volt turn core that's very hard for teams to prep for.
Yeah, that's fair. So next is Ninetales.
I think I suggested Ninetales, yeah.
Ninetales is definitely a big threat. I feel I have the few Ninetales I faced were absolutely devastating, because once they have a Nasty Plot up, they just don't have switch-ins anymore, and getting a Nasty Plot up isn't that hard, I feel. Yeah. But I don't know. It's still pretty easily revenged by faster things. So, and being weak to Aqua-Jet kind of sucks. You could probably talk more about this because I haven't faced it too often or used it. So
yeah, I suggested it because mainly, as you said, Nasty Plot with good speed and good setup opportunities it had, and it has the coverage to break down balance. It's not really like outright broken or outright like too strong for another. It's just a really good Pokemon that can take advantage and change its sets to better prepare against the meta. For example, like it can run. Well, the main set is like Fire Blast, Energy Ball, or Hidden Power Ice. But then it could go like Dark Pulse for Grumpig, or just run Substitute to have better setup opportunities, for example, versus Clefairy, which really can't touch it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just put it for its ability to break down balance and break down a lot of teams, especially Stall. Felt Pyukumuku just not really folds to it, but it just has a hard time. But against the offense, it's not really that good of a Pokemon.
Yeah, that's fair. We should probably clarify that this is not Drought Ninetales. Drought is banned from every tier below RU, I believe. I think RU banned it.
No, actually, I'm not sure. But I just know that we don't use Drought Ninetales. That would be insane.
Yeah, Drought Ninetales is banned. That's for sure. Flash Fire Ninetales is allowed, and that thing is still very, very strong. So next is our best fighting type, Passimian. This Pokemon has just a lot of coverage. It's pretty damn strong. It doesn't. If it would have Defiant, it would be maybe ridiculous, because preventing defog, getting random stat drops, and would break it instantly. Right now,
kind of one that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Right now, it's kind of one-dimensional, but with its sets. So it's kind of one-dimensional, but it's just it pulls off that one set, like Choice Band or Choice Scarf, so well.
Yeah, it's usually Choice Band or Choice Scarf indeed, with Close Combat, Rock Slide, Iron Head, U-Turn, I believe is the set.
Yeah.
Sometimes EQ as well on there, but this thing is just it's very strong, has solid coverage, but I don't know. It's once again one of the choice locked Pokemon that's relatively easily abusable once it is choice locked. So I don't think it's broken right now, but maybe in the future it could be. And then there is Alolan Raticate. Now this Pokemon, I'm going to give this one to you because I don't have much to say about it. I just know it's disgusting. Did you... Oh, can you hear me again?
Yeah, sorry, but my apologies. It's been cutting off a lot.
It's fine. We're just going to keep going. So, Alolan Raticate. I'm going to give this one to you because I haven't played with this a lot, but I have seen it in action. And
yeah, I faced you with it yesterday, I think.
Yeah, that's one of the recorded battles, so it's going to be later in this video.
So, anyways, with Alolan Raticate, it's just Pokemon that are also really good, but borderline broken or potentially broken for just having just a really good stab combo, and especially with Z moves this generation, they really gave it a kick in power with Hustle and Dark AMZ and Swords Dance. It just stacks a lot of boosts, and Dark Resist and Interior are very hard to come by, and that could also take on a double edge from its normal stab. So even though it's like slow, even though it's not the bulkiest, it forces a lot of setup opportunities, and surprisingly, it doesn't have much counterplay like that. Normal dark typing comes into play more often than you would think. For example, like switching into Victreebel for Shadow Ball, let's say on Nasty Cost, or switching into just like other psychic types that lack hidden power fighting, some stuff like that, like Behem that wouldn't run hidden power fighting.
Yeah.
And it just finds a lot of opportunities to fire off strong attacks, and it actually functions more as a breaker than as a sweeper, in my opinion, because it just has monstrous power after Swords Dance. And the worst, like the biggest drawback to it is probably Hustle, which just lowers its accuracy, which doesn't really come into play when you're just trying to spam a Z move or fire off one or two attacks.
Yeah, it's the fact that it can run Z moves. A lot of these things really get broken by Z moves, like we talked about Ludicolo to some extent, not entirely though, but more so stuff like Turtonator, Gorebyss. Z moves really, this tier especially, really took a heavy hit when Z moves were introduced. Like a lot of the Pokemon here really abused it very well.
And it reminds me of a Crabominable, how it just destroys Stall.
Yeah.
Raticate A just destroys stall.
Yeah, Raticate A eats stall for breakfast. But I feel okay. About stall, I'll come back. Actually, I'll come back to stall later. Let's talk about this last Pokemon on the slate real quick, which is type Null.
Yeah, Techno. It's on the last slate too.
Yeah, exactly. And we voted do not ban. I voted do not ban as well because I don't think type Null is that good. Simply because running a ghost type isn't hard. I feel right now. With good things like Dusknoir and Misdreavus in the tier, I don't feel like it's that tough. Especially if Raticate Alola were to go. But with it only running Frustration, basically the set that it runs is Short Stance, Return, Rest Talk. So it only running Return means that it cannot touch ghost types at all. So I don't...
Steals.
Or Steals, or Rocks, right? And I don't think it's that hard to run a normal resist. And yes, it's strong, and yes, it's super bulky. But I don't think it's too much right now. It's definitely on the border, and it could be, but I don't think it's too much right now. You have anything to say about it?
Yeah, well, for a Pokemon that's bulkier than Porygon 2 and at the lowest tier it can be, it's definitely something that's very hard to take on and to chip or just damage heavily. But like you said, it's passive, and it has usually mono stab. And then another set you didn't mention was the sub Swords Dance, so substitute Swords Dance, Return, and then like Shadow Claw or Crunch. If it gets those, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I've never seen that set in action. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I tried it out. I think another person tried it out as well. The thing is with that set, it just chips itself with substitute, and it doesn't really have that much firepower or speed to pull it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't sound too good. A big part of it is that it can just basically sit there until it's at +6, and then it will kill something unless it's a ghost.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. It's like if your team doesn't pack the ghost type, and it doesn't have a way to heavily damage type Null, then you're most likely gonna get rolled over and like stalled.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, stall can get rolled over by this, though Bronzor is a thing, but like that has no recovery outside of Rest Talk and cannot touch type Null at all. So basically just gets PP stalled.
Yeah.
And otherwise, type Null can break through, and type Null is also very good on stall itself. Like,
Yeah, it's incredibly bulky.
this thing's bulk is actually ridiculous. But I don't know. Yeah, if you don't have a way of walling it or just breaking through it, yeah, it's really tough to deal with. But I don't think it's too much.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, so those were all the slates. At this point I don't know exactly what will get banned and what doesn't. From these votes I can kind of tell, but not entirely. So then there are a couple more things I want to talk about. First off is stall right now in ZU, which I don't think is good, honestly. Yes, I have been running a team with 4 breakers this entire time, so okay. But regardless, we have so much strong stuff in the tier. We've been talking about things that eat stall alive constantly on all the banned slates, so yeah, I don't think stall's that good. What do you think?
I have this one stall team which is largely based off of Dundee stall from ORSPU, and I think that's one of the best variations of stall I've seen. Like, not to say, I'm not bragging or anything, I'm just saying, because it uses, in my opinion, a very good combination of Pokemon that can wall those breakers. And honestly, yeah, like you said, there's so many breakers in the tier, and there's just a lack of counterplay. And stall in itself is passive. But we had Pukamuku drop this gen. We've had Altaria, Avalok, things like that could help make stall better. But at the same time, you have things like Crabominable that dropped, which 8 stall, and then Raticate A also beat stall.
Yeah, and even we're still gonna have good breakers in the tier. Like, even if everything on this slate were to get banned, we still have Ursaring, we still have Wishiwashi, we still have Marowak, we still have Behean, we still have so many things that can just break those teams apart. Like, they have switch-ins, but they have like one, and that stall team needs to rely on that one completely. If that thing gets weakened, Stall's gone.
Well, one of those mons, Behem is... Well, Pyukumuku helps take on a lot of those mons. Honestly, I think with... Well, I kind of disagree, because with... Let's say we ban Raticate A, and we ban, like, Ludicolo. That alleviates Stall. That gives Stall a lot of room to operate, like, again, and become a better playstyle. So I think in the future we can see Stall get better, but as of now, it's just another playstyle. It's viable, but it's not really good. It's kind of average.
Yeah, that's, I guess. I don't think, I think right now Stall is below average because just the amount of breakers we have. But if Eradicate Alolan does go and Ludicolo does go, then it will get some breathing room.
Well,
yeah, Pyukumuku is, did we drop out again? It seems we did. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep talking until he returns. Okay, he's back, Pyukumuku is core now. Right now, it should be a center stone for Stall, and
yeah. So it's
Licky. Oh right, Licky. I don't know. I have seen Chinese Poo and Astra have both faced me with Stall. Astra actually in the video, which will be seen. And neither of them use Pyukumuku or Licky, which I guess could be the reason why I am biased. Because I haven't seen a Pyukumuku Licky Stall build yet.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think it's that good. And other than that, there are Rain and Sun, which I'm still interested in, honestly, both of those. With yes, a Victreebel went, and Ludicolo is quite likely to go as well. But even then, those places could still be strong. We still have the abusers that we would need, like Simisear and Leafeon for Sun.
Yeah, so they just become really good but not broken.
Yeah, basically. I don't want to go too in-depth about Trick Room. I'll do that during the team builder probably. Yeah. Otherwise, is there anything you'd like to talk about still?
Well, I was gonna... If there's nothing else you want to talk about, we can talk about like up-and-coming Mon that are just good in the meta.
Yeah, sure. Let's hear.
Well, one of those I think is Ninjask. I don't know if I faced you with one, but it's pretty good. It's the fastest Pokemon in the meta, and it has Swords Dance and Leech Life.
Yeah, you did face me with. I think Ninjask has some 4 moveslot syndrome, and it kind of does 1 protect to outspeed Scarfers, and it needs Swords Dance, and it needs Leech Life, and it needs Light Slash, and it kind of also needs. Do you want Aerial Ace? I feel like it would need Aerial Ace.
Yeah, you kind of do for those fighting types.
Yeah, so that's already 5 moves. So
yeah, I've been running a Choice Band set with U-Turn, Leech Life, Aerial Ace, and Night Slash, or Toxic. It's good, but it has its counters.
Yeah. You were banded in that game. Oh, that actually makes more sense now.
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about? Any up and coming mons you see that are going to be good?
Vigoroth, maybe, if Type Null were to go, especially because right now it's outclassed pretty much completely by Type Null. But the ability to actually run a move to touch Ghost types or Taunt or Sub, because Vigoroth gets Slack Off. It would run something like Return, Slack Off, Bulk Up, and then Filler. Which that Filler could be a utility move like Taunt or Sub. Or a move to hit Ghosts, which would be huge for it to have. Like that thing. Oh, he probably couldn't hear me anymore. Vigoroth is really, really strong. That thing has set up on me with 6 bulk ups and then won the game straight up. Can you hear me again? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Honestly, let me see if. Let me see. All right, then I'll just end it. All right, so we are having a lot of connection problems. So, oh, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so let's make an outro then for this. We are having a lot of connection problems, so we're gonna end it here. Thank you so
My
much
apologies for that.
for talking.
No, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It was really fun. I haven't done like something like this. First time doing this.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the future we could do it again.
Yeah, most hopefully. We'll see. Maybe at some point, if we do a suspect test or something, we can just talk about that for fun. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, I'm gonna send you guys over to the team builder. Once again, thank you so much, 5Gen, for joining, and I'm gonna see you guys there.
Alright, see you.
And I'm back. I hope you enjoyed that discussion I had with 5Gen. It was a ton of fun. Once again, thanks so much to him for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. The man knows way more about ZU than I do, so it was really cool to do that with him. Anyway, it's time to get into the team itself. As I said before, we are playing around with Ursaring. Ursaring in ZU is a terrifying wall breaker. At least the gut set is. Facade, Guts boosted Facade just hurts an insane amount, as we've seen after Heracross got banned from RU, and Conkeldurr got banned from UU, and Machamp was almost banned from NU, and Hariyama is super threatening in PU and in NU, and in general, Guts is just really, really good right now, because Burn does less damage, so you're pretty long. You have more longevity, I guess, than you did before, and you still hit as hard as you did. So it's just insanely strong. Like Guts boosted Facade is ridiculous. In addition to that, Ursaring gets Swords Dance, which is absolutely gorgeous because +2 Guts boosted Facade basically kills anything. It kills, for example, Alolan Golem, which resists Facade, of course. It almost kills type Null, which is insanely bulky, and a bunch of other stuff like that. It does so much damage. And in addition, Ursaring has pretty damn good coverage with Crunch, Close Combat, and Earthquake, hitting everything that resists Facade really, really hard. So what are we doing exactly? As you can see, I run an Earthquake over Close Combat because I want to hit Alolan Golem as hard as humanly possible. And it also hits Muck, which is really nice. Otherwise, you usually just click Facade anyway, so who cares? This Pokemon... so, we are also utilizing Ursaring's incredibly slow speed. As you can see, 55 is very slow. But we are, in fact, actually taking really, really good advantage of that by running a Trick Room team. Ursaring is one of the major Trick Room abusers in ZU. It also has a Quick Feet set, which is with Toxic Orb and Quick Feet, and then you basically do the same thing, except you're much faster. But on Trick Room you just use Guts, because you don't want to be fast, and you want to kill things. Basically, every turn you need to get a kill on Trick Room, essentially. Because it's Hyper Offense, and you need to get a kill with Hyper Offense, because otherwise you die. And especially with Hyper Offense, that's so limited in the amount of turns it has, due to Trick Room turns being limited. It's really important to keep getting those kills, and a Guts boosted Facade, especially +2 Guts boosted Facade, it's really, really good at getting those kills every time. Otherwise, the set is pretty standard, just max attack Adamant, and then bulk investment to be able to take hits. That's one other boon that that Trick Room has. The abusers can run HP investment, which makes them a lot tankier than you expect them to be. Anyway, that's it for Ursaring pretty much. Next up is Carbink, which is the first of our setters. Carbink is easily the most reliable, and 99% of the time you're leading Carbink, because its ability sturdy is huge, because you basically set up Trick Room on anything. It also means it can easily hold a Mental Herb, because it doesn't need a Focus Sash to guarantee the Trick Room up. So you can avoid Taunt, which is really, really cool. Then it has Stealth Rock as well, so you can, if it's something that cannot 2-KO you due to Carbink's insane bulk, you can just easily set up Stealth Rock. It gets Explosion, which basically means you set Stealth Rock, you set Trick Room, you explode a Trick Room setter, and immediately get an Abuser in for absolutely free, who gets 3 turns to do whatever the fuck they want. And then it gets, I'm running Magic Coat as the last move, because Because you want to be able to potentially bounce back taunts or opposing stealth rock or something, so that they essentially have to waste another turn doing nothing, or they can't taunt you at all anymore because they are taunted themselves. It's just a really cool tech. You don't really use it a lot. You usually just click Stealth Rock or Trick Room turn 1, and then if you haven't set Trick Room yet, Trick Room again turn 2, or you Trick Room turn 2, and then you explode into something else. Like you go into Ursaring or Marowak or Behem or Wishiwashi, which you see on screen already, and you just hurt things, basically. As far as EVs go, you really don't need defense investment. You just go max HP because you want to be as bulky as possible, and max HP is really efficient on Carbink due to how low its HP stat is. And then you just go max attack Adamant to have its explosion hurt as much as possible, make sure things don't set up substitutes on you, etc, etc. Next is a Marowak. This used to be a Crabominable, as I talked about in the discussion. Crabominable was terrifying, but Marowak is not quite as much. Thick Club boosted attack is really, really high. But it kind of does need an SD to actually get a kill every turn, and that sucks because it wastes a turn of Trick Room, and yeah, you're wasting time essentially with this Pokemon, but it's by no means bad. It's in no way easy to switch into. Earthquake, Edgequake coverage, of course, is really, really good. We all know that it is. And then it has Fire Punch for those annoying bulky grasses like Tangela and Gorebyss and stuff. And it can also hit Bronzor really hard, which of course resists Edgequake. Basically, you want to try to click Earthquake as much as possible, but don't be afraid to predict with this Pokemon, because sometimes it's just really, really necessary to actually do so. As far as the V-Spread go, Max Attack Adamant, bulk investment. Once again, pretty fucking standard, really nothing special. Next, Behem. Second one of our setters. This is the most offensive setter on the team. While it isn't super bulky, it is still bulky because of the HP investment, but it isn't super bulky like Carbink is. It can basically just force something out and set Trick Room on the switch relatively easily. Its analytic boosted Psychics hits crazy hard, like crazy hard. And the best part about it is that it can immediately start abusing that Trick Room itself because of its really low 40 speed. So it's not like so it actually gets 4 turns to do it at once instead of the 3 you normally get from Carbink, which is really, really nice. Psychic Shadow Ball HP Fighting is also perfect coverage, which is awesome. So that's basically what this BM does. You just immediately start hitting really, really hard after setting a Trick Room. You can potentially use Oranguru in this slot, which is weaker, but it gets Focus Blast, which is really, really nice. And it's slightly bulkier, which is cool, but it's... I don't like it as much because it's not as threatening as Behem. Next, our final abuser is Wishiwashi. This thing is so stupid strong. Oh my god. It is the only one of the abusers that doesn't have max HP investment because it's a mixed attacker. Hydro Pump hits insanely hard. 416 special attack, 140 base special attack. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous for this tier. That's higher than Crabominable. Granted, it doesn't have the Iron Fist abilities, okay. But that is higher than Crabominable. This hits so stupid hard. Even Resist just get exploded. Completely destroyed. And then you have Ice Beam for those pesky bulky grasses like Tangela and Gorebyss like Cradily. Earthquake hits Muck, which is basically what it's for. It has certain other Pokemon that can take a Hydro Pump or Ice Beam, but Muck is the major target because it's just really, really bulky. And then we have U-Turn for a lot of momentum. It's actually, U-Turn is really useful for if you predict a switch into something like Cradily, which can definitely take an Ice Beam. And you U-turn out into Ursaring and then activate a Flame Orb on that same turn, so you don't have to waste a turn. And then you just destroy it completely because Facade is ridiculous, right? It has really, really good synergy with Ursaring, which was part of the reason why I wanted to run this. I'm running max special attack with Quiet Nature, of course, because damage. Then we have 232 attack, because that's just enough to 2-hit KO Muck with Earthquake, I believe it was. May have been Oko, I think it was 2-hit KO though. And then we have the rest into HP, because why not, right? Extra bulk. This thing is bulky enough usually to take a hit when outside of Trick Room, because of its ridiculous defense, special defense stat, and actually fire off an attack, which is actually really, really nice. Because it means this thing is still a threat even when Trick Room is gone. And that is something Trick Room really, really needs. And also why I'm running it over Artillery. That and the ability to switch moves. Like Water Spout is cool, which is what Artillery would run, but Wishy-Washy coverage is stronger, and its Hydro Pump also becomes stronger after Artillery takes some damage, which is really, really nice. Lastly, we have Dusknoir. Now this Pokemon is the tech of the century, I swear. When I first built this team, everyone was pretty skeptical of the Z Memento Dusknoir, because it's weird. It's a really, really weird set. But basically what it does is you set up, you lead Carbink, and you set up Trick Room and you explode, right? And you go into an Abuser, and you fire a few attacks. That Abuser is probably going to take some damage, but it's fine, right? It's fine. It takes some damage. Cool. Then you go Dusknoir, which is bulky enough to basically take any hit. Jesus, so itchy. Which is bulky enough to basically take any hit, so you can just switch it in easily. Set up Trick Room, and then you Z Memento into that Abuser you were already in with, which most likely is the Abuser that has the best matchup against your opponent's team. It gets fully healed, and it has basically free turn set up an SD with like Marowak or Ursaring, which is awesome. What this makes this even better, as opposed to something like Chimecho, which has Healing Wish, which can do something similar, Z Memento doesn't heal status, which sounds bad, where Healing Wish does, right? It sounds worse, but it's really, really good for Ursaring, because Ursaring doesn't have to waste a turn activating its Flame Orb again. If it has already activated the Flame Orb, you can set Memento into it and it will keep the burn, which is huge, because you can immediately start firing ridiculously powerful facades, and it's so incredible. As far as the EVs go, it's an EV spread meant to beat Pawniard one-on-one, because you really cannot Memento on a Pawniard. As you can see, I'm running Will-O-Wisp and Brick Break, which is enough to 1v on Pawniard. Brick Break, I believe, 2-hit KOs every light. Will-O-Wisp cripples it significantly, and you don't take much from knockoff anyway due to not having an item. Or you do have an item, but a Z-Crystal, which can get knocked off. Yeah, and Trick Room and Memento I already explained. So, that's it for the team. Basically, the goal is set Trick Room, get in with Ursaring, Behem, Wishy-Washy, or Marowak, click moves, and win the game. It is almost brainless. All you have to think about really is what Abuser do I bring in, and what moves do I click, but it's pretty damn simple, really. There's no, like, long-term strategy. It's just short-term, I want to hurt things, basically. And that's a playstyle that fits me really well. So that's cool. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna send you guys into the games, which have already been recorded at this point, so I know exactly what kind of games you're going to get to see. They're really fun. Enjoy. And we're here for the first match of today, and we're facing fucking Stall. Well, at least we have a goddamn amazing matchup against Stall, so that's cool. With his switch-ins to Ursaring not existing, his switch-ins to Wishy-Washy basically not existing with being Cradily. Marowak is gonna have a field day if I can get an SD up. This should be fine. Should be fine. I think I kind of just want to lead Wishy-Washy, force out his Bronzong. No, actually I want to get a Brox as soon as possible. His team is weak to rocks, so I'll take that. Let's get a Brox now. Actually, I'll Magic Coat on his rocks. Yay! Yay! That's perfect! Yay! So good. Amazing. Now we go Behem. Start clicking moves, basically. Psychic. Does a million. This might kill. It doesn't kill. Okay, that's too bad. Psychic again. He's gonna keep spamming recover now, huh? That's annoying. Actually, I'll go Ursaring. SD up. He cannot poison me, of course. So I SD. He goes Altaria. That should be fine. This should die to +2 facade, really. I think. Pawniard might not even take one anymore. I have too many goddamn breakers on this team for him to deal with. I think he might be able to stall me out, but it's gonna be very tough for him. I'll just get my Ursaring count. Oh, he is Fly. Okay, interesting. Yay, that's the first death. That's really big wall out of Marowak the way now, which is cool. How much does Pawniard do to me? Ursaring with max HP against Pawniard. What? This is not. This is no level 100 sets. God damn it! 252 Sucker Punch. Even if he is adamant, he can't kill me right now. Oh shit, he's faster. Of course he's faster. That was really dumb. Oops. I'm gonna SD again. Next SD, let's go! He goes Bronzong, that makes sense. I have Fire Punch on this Marowak though, and this is gonna hurt it really badly. And it killed it. Yay! I mean, you run either Fire Punch or Knock Off on Marowak. I don't know if you knew that. Let me see, so this will be one. This is also 150 base power. I'll just. Oh my god. That doesn't kill me either, that is big. In fact, that lift is really big because I can Z Memento with Duskmar. Which is awesome. Duskmar also beats Cradley. It beats 101 because of the EVs that I have on it, which is really nice. I'm gonna sack this Behemoth, I think. Just try to do some decent. I might be out of range of 1 Giga Drain. I'm not. Okay, that's fine. I just go Duskmar. I think I Will-O-Wisp first. I think he has to. He wants to go Pawniard because he fears the Memento. One more SD onto Marowak should win me the game, I think. Especially if I manage to burn through the pawn. Let's see what he does. I do need Trick Room up because Marowak needs to outspeed this Cradley. Marowak +2. Should be able to kill a Cradley, right? Which is definitely specially defensive. Wow, easily. That's Weather Ball, Earthquake. Yeah, even if he is physically defensive, pretty sure he still dies. Yeah, after rocks he does. He Toxics. Okay. I think I set up Trick Room and I Z Memento. Though I think he predicts that. He predicts my Z Memento after a Trick Room because he's played this team before. This is Aster, by the way, which is a council member of ZU. He goes Ampharos. Is he gonna want to heal well here? It's fine if he goes Pawniard. Okay, fuck, he didn't. That's really weird play, I feel. I'm just gonna Z Memento. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. It sucks that I'm not gonna run out of Trick Room before I get a chance to do what I want to do, but okay. Like, I don't get the full 3 turns of Trick Room now. Pop. We're back into Marowak. We set up an SD. He does Toxic, that's fine. I just spam Earthquake now. There's one. I don't think can Cradley even one-shot me? Can Cradley one-shot me? Doesn't seem like it. He's going to be super bulky, obviously. I'm just gonna EQ. Yeah, he can't kill me. Cool. Cradley is now dead. Now all I have to do is make sure Wishy-Washy actually kills this Pawniard. See, Iron Heads. Okay, now we have to consider carefully. Wishy-Washy cannot die to this, right? Just making sure. Wishy-Washy. I have 232 attack investment and I'm Life Orb. I don't have that much HP. Life Orb. Pawniard. Blank set, 100. If he is max HP, max defense, there's actually a chance he lives. Wow. Wait, this is not attack investment. Oops. Damn it, 232. Come on. I don't think he can hurt me though. Like at least like he can't kill me. He might knock me off my life. He does nothing. Yeah, just go wishy-washy. Click Hydro Pump. Hope to God it doesn't miss. Basically. Don't miss. Don't miss. Don't miss. Don't miss. God damn it! I might have a chance still though. That is unfortunate. That's an unfortunate first game. That is a very unfortunate first game. He did 46. He's extremely offensive. Wait. He's extremely offensive. I wish I Earthquake then. How much does Sucker Punch do? He has to be extremely offensive. Jesus. He's at 88%. How is he at 88? He probably got 2. He dies to Earthquake now. Thank God. Okay. Oh wait, no. Oh, he does. Because I calc without Life Orb, right? I didn't calc without Life Orb. May have been a roll then. I don't know what his Bondage set was. Probably this. Yeah, that was this set. After a round of rocks. After a round, yeah, this is what he was at. Okay, yeah, okay, so we got the guaranteed kill. Cool. That was the first game. Stupid stall, but we broke it apart. Thank you all for watching. It's kind of confusing because this is the last game I record. So, kind of weird. In the third game that I've recorded, I explained it better, but I messed something up during the first recording of the first game, so yeah, I redid it. Anyway, I'm gonna go into the next one. I'll see you guys there. And here we go. We are facing the unofficial tier leader of ZU, Chinese Poo, and he's bringing Basculin, Gabite, Bouffalant, Misdreavus, Manectric, and Combusken. That's quite interesting. I like it. I don't think he can prevent me from setting up Trick Room. This Misdreavus might be taunt. But nothing else can prevent me, outside of a Waterfall Flinch by the Basculin. And then Behem basically picks up a kill. So I think I like leading Carving here. Just going Trick Room immediately. I actually got a Magic Coat, the taunt. Heh! That's so good. Because now I can Rocks. And now I Trick Room again. And now I actually Trick Room. Okay, I should be able to break that with Explosion, I think. So it's fine. I would say I break that with Explosion. I'm gonna calc Wishy-Washy damage against Bouffalant. I'm not Choice Picks, I'm a Life Orb. Bouffalant. He set up another one. That's smart. Not gonna lie. I wish I was Bone Meringue right now. Down. I'm not. I don't know why he sent me that link, but I'll join that later, I guess. I think I should EQ. Actually, he might switch out of fear of Bone Meringue. The fact that I brought this out does tell him that I might be Bone Meringue, of course. I could see his Madriva switch. Oh my god, no. Fuck. That miss really sucks. Wow. Thought he would switch out of fear of Bone Meringue, but I guess not. That sucks so much. Like that's really, really bad. He just keeps subbing now. That's really annoying. There's not much I can do about it either. I don't know exactly what set he is either, but I just can just go Dusk Noir, I guess. As he sets up another sub, but that's fine. I don't think he can do much to me, and I can just break. He SDs, that's fine. I should break this. Yeah, I knew I'd break this up. I could Willow, but I just want to break again. He Toxics me, okay. Kind of annoying. Now I think I am free to Will-O-Wisp. Or Trick Room. The fact that I didn't get anything out of my first Trick Room is really bad. Like really bad, especially because Marowak was really good here. Wishy-Washy is better though. Slightly better. I think I'm gonna Trick Room. As he switches into Combustion, he's gonna protect. I think he protects. So I hard Wishy-Washy. Yes, called that one. That's really good. That's really good. Because now I pick up a kill with this Hydro Pump unless I miss, which I don't. Good. That's the first KO I can pick up here. I should be able to get at least one more. Here goes Misdreavus. I don't think this doesn't take a hit, does it? Oh, it does. Wow, that thing is surprisingly bulky. He Pain Splits, that's fine. Wishy-Washy does have a lot of HP, so that doesn't really matter. I just Hydro Pump again, and now I have my Dusknoir alive. That's really big. The fact that that thing is alive is huge. As he that might not be a sack. It is a sack, okay. Wishy-Washy is so strong. Holy shit. He goes Gabite. I think I sack my Mara. Do I want to sack my... What does Gabite do? I don't know. My Dusknoir is mainly physically offensive. So I can relatively easily go Dusknoir again and click Trick Room and then see Memento, I think. I could also sack Marowak. No, I'll go Dusknoir. As he Earthquakes. That's fine, I easily take that. I just Trick Room now. I don't really lose anything by doing it like this. And now I think I Z Memento, but I have to decide into what. He rocks here. Okay, that makes sense. By going Wishy-Washy, I basically pick up at least 2 KOs, I think, unless I miss things, which would suck, admittedly, but I just have to hope I don't. So I think I go Wishy-Washy here. So I go to Schooling Form. Now I have to decide how much does Ice Beam do to this Misdreavus. Oh wait, Galbite does die, right? I should have probably calculated this beforehand. Offensive does. What about defensive? 43.8%, but after rocks, 81.3%. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna Hydro then. God damn it! It's another huge miss! God dang it! Should have Ice Beamed. That's really annoying, man. Those misses are really costing me. BM can sit up Trigger one more time. He sacks Combustion here, unless I miss again. I don't. Okay, Combustion dies. That's good. BM can still set a Trick Room. I just Ice Beam this time. I'm not risking a miss. Yeah, this thing is dead now. Both of his Pokemon die at this point, so they have to attack me. And I think... what do I play? What's my play here? I don't... like, he's likely to Volt Switch. If he specs Manectric... yeah, like obviously he's probably going to kill me. Likely. He could be Fire Emz. He's probably Fire Emz, and I have to keep that in mind. I'm just gonna Earthquake. He Volt Switches. Okay, he kills me. That is fine. Because Misdreavus against Ursaring with max HP. Hidden Power, even if he's Hidden Power fighting, right? Cannot do much, and I'm not gonna be poisoned, I'm gonna be healthy. I have to consider that. He's probably going to Pain Split me. But I'm still gonna Crunch. I'm just gonna Crunch. And because I think BHM can beat the Marowak. He does that. I saw that coming, but I think he doesn't die. Okay, that is all super awkward. I just Crunch again. It's because I'm out of Trick Room, which is just making this so hard on me now. Now, I don't know this Manectric set. I am expecting it to be Fire MZ, but it could be Scarf on his team for sure. I'm going Marowak. Just to see what he wants to do. As he overheats. Now I definitely win. I don't think there's anything he can do about me winning now. I just click Psychic. There's no way he kills me. Yeah. Oh wow, he even got a crit. GG. Oh, that was such a solid game, man. I love that. Thank you, Chinese Poo, for this game. I'm pretty sure this was going to be game 2, so I'm going to go into the next one now. Thank you. So I'm not going to say thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys there. And we're back, and we are facing Alolan Raticate, Ninjask, Vibrava, Grumpig, Alolan Golem, and Tangela. This is a shitty matchup. I don't have any other words for it, honestly. This team is super bulky, but also weak to Wishy-Washy, so perhaps. By the way, we are facing a 5-gen, which is the other of the 2 ZU tier leaders. I'm just gonna lead Carving, because it basically gets it up against anything except for this, because Sleep Powders, which I don't like. I need to Sleep Fodder. I'll go into Dusknoir. This is Sleep Powders, there it is. And we now go back into our rink. Safely. Let's see, goes Raticate. That's fine. That's actually perfectly fine with me. This thing cannot touch me. He crunches, that does nothing. Oh my god, that does so little. Incredible. Now we just Trick Room as he goes Vibrava. If we explode here, I know for a fact he does not get off the defog, so we just explode with no drawbacks whatsoever. He roosts. Okay, so basically I think I just go Wishy-Washy, and then we have to choose between clicking Hydro or Ice Beam. Does Vibrava even die to Ice Beam? Wishy-Washy. School. That's Vibrava. I am not Specs, I am Life Orb. Yes, Vibrava does die to Hydro. Let me look at Grumpig. Grumpig doesn't. I can U-turn out though. I think I go Wishy-Washy, click U-turn. I think that's the play. It hits Tangela, it hits Grumpig. It allows me to activate my Flame Orb on Ursaring, which is really, really nice. He stayed in. He stayed in? Wow, this man has some balls. God damn, that's a solid play. He defogged. Oh, that's really bad for me. Oh, I get to click Psychic now. With very little repercussions. He does Golem, this is going to die. BM, man. That's not even fair. That should probably be illegal. He went Raticate. How certain am I that he he loses nothing by Sucker Punching, I feel. What if I get hard Ursaring here? Does he kill Ursaring? Raticate Alola. Ursaring. I don't see him killing Ursaring. He doesn't kill Ursaring. Double Edge has a small chance, so I think he has to Sucker Punch here. He does Sucker Punch. That's perfect. That's perfect. He doesn't have a Facade switch anymore. So I just click Facade now. He has a way to kill me. Never mind, he has Black Hole Eclipse. It didn't kill me. Oh shit. Right. I should have considered the fact that I am have HP investment. That's not in the calc. I just sack Ursaring here, that's fine. I think I just go BHM and set Trick Room again on this. I don't think this can touch me. He has Taunt on this. Damn, that sucks. Okay, well now we just Shadow Ball then. He Shadow Balls me as well. I might kill him because his analytic boost. Yes, okay. BHM, man. I might still win this one. Simply because I don't think he can touch my Dusknoir. I think I just go Marowak on this and click Fire Punch. That didn't do enough for him. Actually, I should probably just go Dusknoir. See what item he has. Wait until I wake up, basically. He goes to Vibrava, I go Duskmire. I could just sit here, waste turns until I get my... I really don't care what this Ninjask does. He does a Night Slash. I wake up. That's really good. I just want to see Memento here. He might protect. Realistically, does that matter? He doesn't protect. Cool. We get to see Memento off, and now I have to choose into what I go. I can spam Ice Beam with Wishy-Washy and win, I think. Does Tangela die? I feel like it should to Wishy-Washy. Life Orb. Life Orb Ice Beam, yeah. We just win by clicking Ice Beam with Wishy-Washy now. We've got 3 turns for this, which is exactly enough. This dies. 1, 2, and there's the 3rd Ice Beam, and that's GG. That is the incredible power of Wishy-Washy. This is so stupid, honestly. I just click Ice Beam 3 times. Everything pretty much went to hell when his fucking Alolan Raticate didn't kill Ursaring. That with a Z move. I have to see that calc again, man. I'm just gonna check out this calc. Wow, because that's insane. The fact that it didn't kill me is out of this world. So I have max HP and he uses Z Crunch. Oh, that was a low roll, I guess. Oh damn, that's actually... I feel bad now. That was... No, wait. It did, what, 88%, right? He must not be adamant. He did 88.8%. He must be not adamant, he must be jolly. Yeah, then yeah, okay, I feel less bad now. Anyway, that's been it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this is a weird video because the team builder is recorded after the games, and the games weren't recorded exactly in the perfect way and stuff like that, but whatever. We got some really good games in. As of this point in time, there's a chance that I will be re-recording the first game, which would be awkward, because that means I don't know what the first game is at this moment in time, because I messed some stuff up during the first recording of the first game. So maybe I'll find a way to re-record it, and if I don't, you have seen my mess ups. So you know, either way, you guys get something. Basically, I really enjoyed this, and I honestly recommend checking out the ZU tier. Right now, this tier is just super balanced. The few things that might be broken are getting banned very soon with the last council slate, and might actually be banned by the time I upload this video, depending on how fast the council is. I do not know that. Yeah, all in all, this tier is amazing. I think it is the least centralized Sun and Moon tier as of this moment in time. I think it has a lot of potential options, and I mean, I showed Trick Room here. Trick Room isn't really good anywhere else, and in this tier it's a legitimate possibility, and possibly too strong. But really, it's not hard to prepare for Trick Room. The fact that he didn't kill my Ursaring sucked. If that is Adamant Raticate, he has a solid chance at winning, but because it doesn't, he lost. But you know, you see what I mean, right? These tiny things change matchups, and that makes for really interesting team building, because you make really interesting choices, and games aren't lost at matchup, because you saw I had a pretty shitty matchup here. Wishy-Washy had a strong matchup, but that Raticate Alola could very well have swept my team. If he gets up rocks, and he basically wins by just clicking Sucker Punch, because as soon as Carbon goes down, I have no switch-ins to it. So, you know, that could have very well beaten me completely. And with Trick Room off, that Ninjask is not that big of a threat, but it's still a threat. I don't really have the greatest tools to kill Grumpig, because without Behem, right? The fact that he sacked Alolan Golem was really big for Ursaring. Like, there are small things this game that were really interesting. I think it showed really well what ZU is like and why I think it's a great tier. And I really, really invite you all to join ZU, and for that reason I have the Discord of our metagame linked in the description below. It's the only tier I will do this for, because every other tier I feel is already popular enough and I don't feel the need to do it. But for ZU, please join the Discord, please become active, and please let me show you what a beautiful tier this is. Anyway, that's been it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.